Hello LEGO fans, Jarv Bricks here. So we finished part one of the walkthrough. We came down through the Palace Cinema, down through Chinatown to the police station, to the train station, and now we're going to continue in part two, where we're going to look at this part of the city. So on this side you've got a modified assembly square that will be going because it's just a modified set, and then here made with the remnants of the diner you've got Jim's Diner. So it's just on a 16 by 16 base plate. That going along we've got the bakery, only detailed on the ground floor. I didn't do any more. That will be moving to the back. Then we've got the museum. That's one of my oldest mocks in the city now. And some bad guys really wanted to get into that place. And then we've got the sports shop, the extreme sports shop should I say, and climbing wall on the outside, which brings you round to the flower shop. They're all linked together as well. There's apartments at the top, and it all comes round and minifigure functional to get everywhere you need to go. Not all of my cities do that. For example, on the back of this building here there's no stairs to that doorway. I've raided it from something else, but I think that is the oldest mock I've got. That is the bad guy's hideout, that isn't. So I will be dismantling that as well shortly. Now just a quick idea of what I want to do in the future is I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of these here, those there, and then these two are going to flip around to that corner, and this is going to flip around into that corner, and then I'm going to make a bigger museum. It's not going to fill from corner to corner, but I want it to be two base plates, which will leave excuse me, a 16 size base plate there, and a 16 sized base plate there, for some other things which I am keeping that under my hat. So I've got some ideas. I'm going to do a video on my future plans once I've finished this. So that was just a sneak peek of one section that I want to do. So coming around, this is the jewelry shop. So these two buildings here, so that's the bad guy's hideout in the middle, and the jewelry shop on the corner. The bad guy hideout is probably my oldest mock. Then the museum, I think this is a close third, this set here. So I did modify it to make it bigger. It was only 2 floors high, so I made it 3. But other than that, it is the original design. And then the next one is the Central Perk mock. I'm really leaning over here, so I can't really see what I'm looking at. And then while I'm over there, that's the other side. So a quick flip over to this block, and you have the bike shop building there, and then the Lego shop. The Lego shop, I've based it off Leicester Square's Lego shop in London, as much as I can make it look like Leicester Square's anyway. And we have the DIY shop here. The building next to it, the red building, is actually nothing. It's just a building with a door. I've not put anything on the inside, no sign on it or anything like that. So let's just say it's vacant, ready for a new occupier. And then coming over, you've got the Apple shop, which brings you back around to the burger shop on this side. And that's these 2 blocks complete. The Justice League on the roof here from a different angle. The Flash was running a little bit late. Okay, so coming round to this side, it's back to the hotel. So this is quite an old mock as well, this hotel. Let me just move the train. So that's based on the Grand Emporium. The train doesn't want to leave. That's based on the Grand Emporium and also the Grand Hotel from the Lego Friends set. So you can see this colour scheme from the Lego Friends set, which is the white, purple and the gold. And you can tell the design and the shape is the Grand Emporium style as well. So that will be going as well, and I want to rebuild it into a new type of hotel. I had to put a corner building there because it was on a 32 by 32 base plate, which really butts up to the track, so as the train was coming in it was hitting the buildings. So I just needed something with a gap on excuse me, on this side, so that's why I moved the hotel over to that area, which brings me back to the other train station, which is pretty much a replica of the other one. Stairs are a slightly different shape. I've just put one of the old road plates underneath for now, and you've got the burger stand there, the ice cream stand, and then there's a newspaper stand over here as well. This road over to the bridge, I have not tiled up the paved area yet, as I am running really short on them, so that will be done when I have some more tiles. So this is the back of the train station with the platform there. It's a little bit plainer on this side as I made it. It was over on the other side of the city and the wall was there, so I wasn't really bothered about the too much details there. And the train come in as though it's a freight train. It's a modification of a British 47 and a few different carriages on that as well. So like before, I'm really stretching over, so I don't know if you can see it in any detail. The elevated train actually blocks a bit of it. It's based on the Parisian restaurant, and the idea behind it is that it's an older building and they've had a refurbishment down at ground level, and that's why that looks a little bit more modern. And then here you've got the Sesame Street house, which has just been changed somewhat. Then coming round, the train is in the way, hang on. Which is a pet shop on ground floor and a little apartment building. That's based on the creator set a few years ago. And then this was based on the Avengers Tower, which I just changed. It was Wayne Tower, but that's why Bruce Wayne is sitting on the balcony. I've just never got him off it. So I don't really like the look of that in the city, so that will be going soon. Well, not soon, in a while, but eventually it will be going. And then on this one here, I just wanted a bit of an older style building because I had a few modern looking ones and I wanted it to look like a city has been going for a while. It is quite tall. It's my second biggest skyscraper, and it's a little bit narrow at the top, but I wanted to get the effect of it getting thinner as it gets taller. So I was really pleased with the way that turned out. Next you've got the stud labs, not so tall but detailed on the inside, as most of them are. So I'm now within arm's reach, so it should be a little bit more steady with the camera hopefully. So you've got Wayne Plaza down at the bottom, which leads up to Wayne Enterprises, which is an entombed pillar. There's a pillar behind that holding the roof up. So I thought it looked perfect for making it into a Lego roof scraper. So that's Wayne Enterprises. And then coming over to this side, you've got two smaller apartment buildings. Both of those buildings were done with pick-a-brick orders. I'd gone to the Lego shop, I got some dark green and some dark tan profile bricks, and I just started making things. Each one of those is on a 16 by 16 plate, and then just kept going up until I ran out of bricks basically. And so really pleased with the way that turned out. I like the look of it. I had to do a bit of a bricklink order to get some extra blinds and some extra 16 by 16 plates to go in the middle there, but otherwise a pick-a-brick order did the whole thing. Similar to this one, I'd gone on a different day and got the dark blue and I got the sand blue colour as well. The teal colour bricks I had from the building that was next to the birch books, some leftovers from that and a little bit left over from the flower shop on this side here. So I just thought I'd make some kind of modern apartment block, and I was really pleased with the way that turned out. I think the taller buildings around the entombed pillar, Wayne Enterprises, just makes it look like a city. So really pleased with how that turned out. So I think I'm going to wrap part 2 of the walkthrough up now. So we've just done this whole stretch and finished off these blocks as well. Part 1 we looked at all of these ones. So this whole island has been completed, and now in the next one we're just going to go over the bridge and do this side. So watch out for part 3 of this walkthrough. So thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon. Goodbye.